Hi guys, Dr. Cliff Olson live again from AAA 2018, and right now I'm with Jaime Vernon, who is the founder and director of Songs for Sound charity. Jaime, thanks for taking some time to meet with us here at Hearing Tracker today. So we're going to be asking her some questions about and having her tell us about what Songs for Sound is. So Jaime, enlighten me.
Oh my gosh, so my daughter was born deaf, and multiple occasions she was missed is the best way to describe it. No newborn hearing screening was given, and we persisted with our pediatrician, who was very reluctant to give us even a referral back. She was screened, she was tested at 10 weeks. It was an inconclusive, they thought, because she was fussy. So we left feeling actually pretty good.
Okay.
But they did say follow up. So when we went for the follow up, they said 6 to 9 months, I guess, which is not the trend anymore.
Right.
6 to 9 months. So we went back to that pediatrician, and he said, no, I think she heard the noise in the hallway. Some kids don't talk until they're 18 months of age, and I knew Lexi had something to say. So this pediatrician is in one of the wealthiest zip codes in Nashville, 7 minutes from Vanderbilt on the same road. Vanderbilt being one of the best programs, in the country. Great hearing program. And so fast forward, I finally get into an audiologist at Vanderbilt, Dr.
So fast forward, but what's our time frame here?
So by the time we got to Dr. Kathy, 14 months.
Wow, okay.
14 months of age, good question. And Lexi was diagnosed as profoundly deaf bilaterally. Of course, I thought Google...
And unidentified for that 14 months.
14 months.
Right.
So a lot of people say, oh, well, you got it. No, she missed out on... So then she's fast forward tracked into cochlear implants.
Right.
And so by the time she's implanted and actually really actively doing well with her implants, it's almost 2 years of age.
Right.
So she was implanted at 18 months. Miracle, right? We turned her on at 19 months. Miraculous. So back to the charity and your question. I had never heard of a cochlear implant. I knew very little about hearing loss. We had no family members, some mild hearing loss due to noise or age. So all I could think of was when I would rock her and rock her and rock her. I'd just lost my mom to breast cancer before Lexi was born. And I would try to connect with her. And I didn't know she was deaf. And she would squirm and turn. Mm-hmm. And I'd hand her to my husband, and I would just go cry. So fast forward to after she can hear. And the first time she really responded to that for the first time was like time completely stopped.
Right.
So I just couldn't believe life, life without music, life without sounds, life without a lullaby, a wedding song.
We think all the videos that are the most popular on YouTube, right, is the ones where you get the activation, right? It's individuals who have never worn hearing aids before or never worn cochlear implants, and they get them turned on, and then that's where the really tearjerkers happen, right? And so I imagine that's something of your experience, right?
We have a picture. It just sums it up. She's like...
Right.
And it's just like that. We have a picture that we took when she could hear for the first time, and it was miraculous. She went from complete and total deafness to hearing a whisper. That night we went to a restaurant. Sometimes I say be careful because, it's her first day hearing. I was like, well, we'll let her decide. This is life. Life is noisy, and I'm kind of that mom. I want her to just grab the bull by the horns always. So we took her that night. She was fine.
Right.
She loved it.
So how did all this lead to Songs for Sound?
So all of that gap in care, the crooked pathway, I say, to hearing health care really bothered me. So I launched awareness events across the country, and 7, almost 8 years later now, we have 5 programs. Our biggest program is our Hear the Music Project, which is our mobile clinic that provides hearing screenings information electronically. We print it, we put everything in a folder so they can keep it when they're ready, and we connect them to local audiology. So we're the conduit from... I think I might have hearing loss. I might not even know what I'm missing.
Right.
We show up to big events on the weekends, like you're out, you're going to the festival, you're going to the air show, you're going to places where we should dialogue about hearing loss, and we dispel all the myths.
Right.
Like the distrust that sometimes happen, or misunderstandings with what hearing loss actually means in your life. And then we connect you to really quality care.
See, that's great. So you guys actually, you help with people identifying if they have a hearing issue. And so explain to me how music really comes into this whole equation, right? So music is, I love music as much as the next guy, but when I go to downtown Nashville, your ears can ring when you leave some of these bars that they have downtown, right? So what is the connection with music in the actual, with the charity?
Well, so the story of our lullaby, That lullaby was the first kind of, but my brother-in-law is also the lead singer of Rascal Flatts, Gary LeBach.
Okay.
So my husband's brother. I didn't tell you that.
No.
So anyway, so we're in this musical family. My mom, who obviously passed 11 years ago, she had the most beautiful singing voice for her church, and so we were always filled with, like, our home was filled with music. So I just love the method of going about and doing change with music.
Right.
Yep.
Perfect. So, oh, you're fine. You're fine. Get your water.
Tickle, yeah.
Right. So, okay. So, so you have this charity here. It's really helping to change the mindset, right? And we come up actually in May is Better Speech and Hearing Month. Do you guys do anything special for that?
Yeah. So Cochlear and Phonak and AutoHub, which is a screening software. They all partner with us, and we do audiology awareness months. We do some stickers and do a lot with our Boys and Girls Clubs that we serve. We also, during Better Speech and Hearing Month, we're doing the Million Ear Challenge with Cochlear, so we do a lot of T-shirts and all that giveaway.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So a lot of stuff going on with the charity, which is great. And you're here at AAA. This is one of the best places to spread awareness to other audiologists, right, about this. But if there is a consumer out there right now, I mean, you have the ability to talk to someone right now. What should they do if they feel that they're having difficulty, or if they have a child that they're concerned that I don't think my child's hearing well? What should they do?
Well, first of all, our checklist. We have a great checklist on our website, songsforsound.com. Just so you know, that is whether you're a pediatric participant or if you're an adult. It really walks you through those next steps from, do I need a referral? Do I need to talk to my healthcare provider? Do I have coverage? A lot of people don't know how many like hearing tests can be covered. It's like your eyes. An annual exam is so critical, just so we know, we know what's going on, and we can make sure that we're ahead of the curve.
Right.
Once you start missing your brain function, speech delays in school, a mild hearing loss, even for a kid, a mild hearing loss could lead to them missing 40% of classroom instruction.
Yep.
So it looks like ADHD sometimes. My son has ADHD. I'm not anti-ADHD, but it can look like many different things.
Right.
And so just making sure that we know and taking care of our ears as if they're any other major sense on our body.
So even if they don't have your mobile sound booth that you have outside of AAA here, if they don't have that in their city or their area, it doesn't matter. They can still go on to songsforsound.com and actually get information about how you can actually treat hearing loss or identify hearing loss earlier, get some answers to questions that you may have. So, Jaime, thank you so much for taking time with us today.
To that point, really quick, we have we actually have our event calendar on the site where we're coming. We've done 25 states and counting, 16,000 free hearing screenings. And we target really high risk at times, so almost 60% have referred to local audiology.
See, that's wonderful.
Yeah, just hopefully we're coming. We will come to you eventually. So
excellent.
Yes.
Yeah, we look forward to having you.
Thank you so much for having me today. What a great thing y'all are doing.